Hello and welcome back to World Traveler Cooking, the show where we cover cuisines and interesting dishes from around the world. Now, today we're going to make falafel from scratch. Now, if you've been to street food places that sell Middle Eastern food, you've probably seen these. These are these fried chickpea patties, which are sometimes sold in sandwiches, sometimes on their plate with sauce, etc. We're going to do it on the plate with sauce today, and we're going to cover how to make this from scratch. Because yes, you can get falafel mixes, but if you know how to make it from scratch, you'll probably get a better product and something you can customize to your own taste much better. So, our ingredients, I started with 400 grams of dried chickpeas. Do not use cooked, do not use canned. And I soaked them overnight in water until they swelled up. I probably have a kilogram wet. But start with 400 grams dried, soak them for at least 12 hours, better is like 15 to 18, these have been soaking for about 15 hours. I have an onion, 7 cloves of garlic, a set of spices that I'll cover separately. I would say I'm shooting for 3/4 of a cup of coriander seed or cilantro, half a cup of dill, and 1 cup of parsley. I have a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's not get those mixed up. And yeah, so I'm going to cover the spices next, and then we will get started. We will then serve this at the end with this lemon tahini sauce, which we released in a video 2 days ago. I'll show you the spices, then we'll get started. So I've added the salt and the whole spices in here, and I'm just going to grind these until they're nicely ground. So it'll take a few minutes, and then I'll be back. So I'm now heating up my oil, so I'm going to add the baking soda and baking powder. And I'm going to stir this in well. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to take like about a good sized spoonful at a time. I'm going to squeeze it. Oh, that's coming together nicely. I'm going to form little patties, maybe a centimeter or so tall, and I'm just going to set these aside, and I'm just going to put a little piece like this in to test my oil, and as it gets hot I will start adding them to the and these are moving pretty quickly, so I actually didn't get a video of me adding the first set. But I'm still adding more now. So we're going to cook these until they're wonderfully brown on both sides. That one fell apart. Oh well. That's the only one that's really fallen apart so far. And then this one's actually looking very nice. So I'm going to start taking some of these out. So if you have trouble with them falling apart, then you may want to add a little more to each of your patties, maybe like this, and you want to squeeze it together very firmly. You don't want to wring out liquid because you need the liquid in there, but you definitely want to squeeze it until you can feel the liquid coming out. Form the patty, and then just gently into the oil like that. And now for the taste test. One thing about falafel is that it can crumble a little bit when you break it with your fork. That's fine. The texture is very nice. The sauce adds a wonderful sour, slightly bitter note. Yeah. A flavor on the falafel. This is a nice, bold, robust flavor. When I tasted it uncooked, I was afraid it might be too spicy, but it seems about right. Yeah, this is delicious. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to make falafel from scratch, just go ahead and try this recipe. If you find this content interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. Additionally, if you have anything to say about this video, please let me know in the comments. Recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.